Nobody supposed to talk about that. Many of them still in this movement. You understand what I'm saying? To kill the civic side of this movement, so people can think it's just another black religious Islamic sect. You get? That was their mission, to establish that fake reality, not reality, but that fake appearance of reality, that semblance, that color to the people, which is the color that most people have of the Moorish movement now. And anyone says that's not true is a liar, because that's the concept that people have this movement. Until we came out and started reaching out to them while everybody else was being silent, condemning us for doing it too. And we put literature out there to change their concept so they could have something to reference to. You understand? Just like the prophet said do. Exactly what the prophet said do. People mad at us, still mad at us for it. I don't care. Because I'm not in it for them. I got babies. And they got babies. And they got babies, and the babies that's still in the womb. And I ain't having it. And I'm a soldier. I came as a defender when it was wrong. That's why I do what I do. I'm telling you bluntly. And I ain't for you.
Mufti force of the conscious game. Superstars won't spend all those G's just a supercar. I'd rather put the funds to Mufti force guns. Dr. Sebi remedy in trucks, skids and tons. Signing bonus, give to Gabriel or Eagle. Or UMIA, let more replace Negro. I'm not the face watcher or friend beggar. I'm not the type to take back what I tell ya. Tight pants and dry flows, I want a Rockefeller. Black Hawk down, a fly rapper and snap propellers. Airspace in these bars are no flow zones. I heard R&B singers are homo drones. I heard that from a gay rapper dressing so thug. G's can't pass butt cheeks, dressing so snug like a snuggle bear. Showing me your underwear. Rapper Inquisition make rappers run from fear of being shown up. You already thrown up. Punchlines and hooks leave their face swole up. Or like the triad, if you don't pay what's owed up. Rapper Inquisition, horror flick, the lips sewn up. Can't go one-on-one for IHF zone up. Using the fiat and deals, pumping their clones up. Making more rap clones like iRobot. Short circuit the whole industry of rap flow bots. That butts boinking. Working with the ones oinking. Hip-hop's hurting IHF, the vocal ointment. Flow like a break, waves and b-boy girl dancers. Spit like pain of old school rappers. Fiend for the true hip-hop scratching like a producer. MC OGs with content that we used to. Feeling for true hip-hop scratching like a producer. MC OGs with content that we used to.
They want make me life hard like pavement. Me no fear to make my statement. Babylon go on with the mental and physical enslavement. Think right now if we all live like cavemen. How much for them down, how much now go make it. The righteous replace them, the more side erase them. Discrimination, plaguing with nation. Unity is strength, weak with separation. Jail houses meant to deplete elevation. Wisdom visit under deep meditation. Or you have to sleep under sleep medication. Herbs are the healing of the nation. Tell them police, they don't stop chase. Man, especially since we know no fool, no place. That's flirt of the truth. They know say you can't take that. See them chat, yeah, this rasta. Nah, take back, you don't know.
Couldn't grasp half of the shit that we've been through. These clip ass niggas making comments on YouTube. TorontoRappers.com talking about you too. Generation switch, shouldn't have to show you. Big man grow, bitch, don't worry about the old school. Haven't seen a man you used to see before. A certain man don't want the face see no more. Get off our dicks, your pussies is horrid. Tendencies of a bitch, you should learn to be a more. And while you're hating, we'll keep repping T.O. and celebrating, cause enough soldiers soon home. We penetrating, got the locks and the codes. So do your own time, bro. We alright. Everybody on their own ground, but we still tight. It's just a miscommunication, which brothers don't fight. You need an occupation, or I forgot you tight. Shit about other men, cause you covered their life. But your business you should mind though, cause we work nights. And you ain't out to find what's darkness comes to light. And I don't care, you can take my flesh life here. I manifest, and I come back in your nightmares. And I kill you there, I've been traveling for light years. I can't die, but they won't see you horny or they won't wake up. Need to call the coroner, another wake up. Your boys will be corona, cause they slept. Reminiscing while the morning saying what the. Just yesterday we was blogging with each other. Shouldn't have. with just another brother and the rest of the camp. 2 decades straight, we've been making our stamp. Yay, I know you say you don't even know me. I make it clear I'm a Flemodon OG. Year to year, made stacks off them OGs from the block to the bars. I'm known we between the rats and the stars. I play it low-key looking down, and it's far at the top, it's getting lonely. Yeah. Of course, the ages that exist, whether or not it's informed by my lips, labeled angelic or devilish, based in the view to behold against the older we get. Our perspectives and actions change regardless, lines drawn between those that intend to hinder gain. Similar, not the same few put out the seat, they're left to complain. The reference frame change while still thinking life is a game. While we train, this battlefield, knowing when common kicks is real. My mental plus my tempo must be ready to switch from hurt to heal. It's true to reveal similarities since they do following orders accordingly from trust to destiny. So mercy's unnecessary. Murder honorably one's enemy, and as long as common mode exists, an opposition has to be. Contest me now, contest me now. Yeah, contest. I'll flatten your career, make a whack rapper. Too many whack rappers out there. This one's for y'all, I'll flatten your career, make a whack rapper disappear. Grab you by your shirt back and kick your ass out of here. Bystanders run for cover, cause I'm back to reap havoc. Remember me? To kill them all and make them die tragic. Turn the opposition, cock it back and let them have it. Let them vanish like a magician and raps for magic. And like poof, you're gone. With the proof I'm on. To all your non-substance rappers, if you want, respond. Give y'all a second, but I recognize you're repping some metrosexual shit, that's not the way that I'm stepping. I studied last year's test and skimmed the cheat sheets. So test me out, kill commercial rap like dead meat. If you don't know, I'm Simon Phoenix and like dead beats. Hung commercial rap on front page, I can't be discreet. Lyrically dumpy, leaving bodies in tall heaps. No mortal can walk like I do, now bow and kiss my feet. Call me sire, throw out your skinny jeans and retire. Back you up against the wall with hail or gunfire. Sharp talent, shred your skins and shatter your bones. Stay out of the kitchen, better yet, drop the microphone. Steadily prepping better recipes. I rap till the end, but rap won't be the best of me. At a shower party when I catch ya, I wet ya, then blow you up the crime scene. All that's left is a stretcher. So test me now, make your fans convert. Have them wearing fatigues and burning tight pink ass shirts. Have them dashing out the flashy clothes like I'm not Tron. Milling with pipe bombs, labeled the wannabe rap icon. Check me later, I'm gone. Thought I died, but I respond. My words are bondable, but when I speak, don't respond. A John shallow-minded MCs in a shallow palm. Mobilize a million men to march like I'm Farrakhan. But I'm more like Malcolm and my brother is some Falcon. Chasing crazy ball heads out of our town after I scalp them. Bit up more than you can chew, motherfuckers. Come test me now. So test me now. So test me now.
It's still IHF, still ill, hunting feds. The type to leave a body guy leaking from his head. Dirty like the naps in my head. The enemies still want me dead, but mentally I cause their bodies to combust spontaneously. I be that ghetto dentist, removing chest cavities with my psychopathic surgery. My incision won't be circular, more like linear. My network stop rising, can you still hear me clear? No more text messages, only mental mind blast to my comrades. Traders never overstand the task. Rather floss in some tight pants of money in their hand. Big chains and rims spinning. My stone hands will leave your face smashed and ears ringing. I'ma get in soon beginning, so there's no time for sinning. When I finally kill the devil, I'ma hear this angel singing. That's a beautiful song.
You sat down and you attacked the master teacher because you thought you heard something that you didn't hear. That's the first violation. You don't come in. First of all, you come in and you act like you come in teach, but you don't. You got an agenda.
Moors of men upright, independent and fearless. Dogmatized, dirty Moors, tongues cut out, left earless. Cause they never listen. Dirty Moors, keep up your slander. Wu-Tang torture in your ass, hot hangers. Kidnappers, dirty Moors, torture him like Saw. 3D, 0 York 5 or 1 through 4, or get it like 5 or 6 with a fez on jigsaw. Leather face in a turban, rip dirty Moore's lips off. Disrespecting the mother Ras Mariah Bay. Wrap him up like double crochet, the barbed wire way. Throw him off a bridge or feed him to the piranhas. Yellow journalists more spread nothing but propaganda. Idi Amin Bay, treat the temple like Uganda. Dirty Moors like foreigners, crush the dust like ganja. Not worthy of being Moors, we call them dirty the Jesus. Solomon Seal spell command 72 demons to get you.
This is what the temple guys actually said. That Canaan land is not a part of North America. Canaan land is bigger. Yo, it's ignorant, man. I mean, come on, you talking about the same land mass. Canaan land is actually bigger than the land mass they know is the corporate United States. Almost twice as big. And if they had any sense, they could just go to Google and they can type in North America and find out North America goes all the way up to Green. But they're ignorant. They don't want to do that. They just dealing off emotion.
You might hear hoarse voices, see frog faces, and who's feet. Demons we run with, spit fire with gold wolf teeth. Keep playing, forget back teeth. New Moors are an issue. Get Ginsu. Maybe a dream visit from Vishnu, a nightmare to never end and always continue. Cold as an igloo, dealing with my trust issues through vigilance. Active Moors are militants. SPLC dirty Moors call that sovereign citizen. Lying for views. They notice all the empty pews. Benz need gas and fixing, but not enough dues. Pigpen base sell you out for peanuts, claiming that we nuts for teaching birthright street level, keeping it beating us.
To any members of the MFTA that's out there listening to what I'm saying, please get it through your head. I don't have a problem with the MFTA. I got issues with
Teacher Kendrick Lamar, stay surrounded by feathers. Dirt is guilty of fraud if dually scrutinize their ledgers. Getting proclamations from Morocco, disrespect us. Corporate city only recognize people's court jesters. Hand in their back, Moorish puppets and minions. Never get the human rights recognition like Moors near Virginia. Commonwealth, for active Moors knowledge, the Commonwealth. Dirties claim more, but really on the straw man help. Authenticating a birth certificate, that's not significant. Civil little more two status syndicates. In more face, watch them two more status Indians claiming Turtle Island are lying, so intricate.
long days and long nights. But this message needed to be heard.
Prime Minister, nothing sinister, believe that. Mike, it's word side power. Don't call this rap. Open mic. You don't call this rap. What up, Irish? You don't call this rap. What up, black? It's Prime Minister Black.
Strange things are happening, strange things are happening, strange things are happening, strange things are happening.
I make the leaning tower tip a little when I spit a little with no dribble. Mind controlling the masses, not on your roof with the fiddle. Devils acting nice, get their horns in the vice. Black past the chisel, cut you down till your bone bristle. Bombing huts with missiles, a stray bullet still whistle from dead men's pistols. If roots don't got it, get down, let's go check Colonel and Giggles. Fuck the fake chalice bong and back with my weed sizzle. White perverts make African entertainers show breasts but no nipples. If lies trickle like Chinese torture, your mind stay crippled. In a state of no growth, you mind sickle. Cloning, organ snatchers, got your parts in ice or pickled. Pussies do nothing, watching black girls on the bus get nickeled. Nas got Cameron got your pink tickled. Sambo entertainers exiting big whips, don't get your mink riddled. Fags bite the curb and the teeth come in bits like kibbles. Reptilians get caught up when we move nets like kiddles. Sellouts, major and doing nothing for their own Dr. Doolittle. A burn rainbow, fake fruit flavor like Noops and Skittles.
Strange things are happening, strange things are happening, strange things are happening, strange things are happening.
Islam, Moors, peace and love to all Moors worldwide. Peace and love to all Moors worldwide. So we didn't really get to see the fullness yesterday. So we're about to take in a little bit more. Because we really want to stress the point that all these copycat people out here, all these do something, make it appear new when certain stuff was already done already. Every single time you figure, hey, guys are in affairs or whatever, there's a lot more and all that. And you realize that they're really not who they say that they are. You have to stop playing games with traders. They have rights too. Most we could do is show you their folly because it came from them. It came from them, the folly. The things that you've been chasing around, just like when we were Negro, black, colored, we're chasing those type of stuff, thinking that hey, we got some liberation if we, African or whatever. Playing us, having us play ourselves. And when the truth's presented, avoid that because it doesn't fit in with the BS that your so-called leader, whoever told you. Because most people want to follow and they're not game to lead. Purposely take a position of follow instead of even attempt to lead. And the stuff's old to Moors who study. But it ain't about us. It's about these people out here that are waking up right now to this thing called their Moorish nationality and birthrights. And from 2008 to now, it has accelerated. Being a temple who's been doors open for anybody anywhere, trust me that it's accelerating. And nobody really talking about the 16 secretaries and all that being needed because of our people waking up is happening. Again, proving his prophethood. Because he said that in 1900s, early. And today, Moors who are hedges and the highways, 720 active, faithful Moors, they get contacts. Them just being themselves. They get contacts. People coming up to them. talking about you're a Moor and a Fez. Right now, it's that time. Opportunists also know that people are waking up right now. So this is also high season for them. The majority of them know that they can sway the public with illusions of grandeur. Because when it comes to our people, one thing they support more than Jesus is illusions. The opportunists are about presenting the illusion. The illusion that's being presented in this case is what they're saying is upcoming or whatever, some sit down. Keep in mind, these people edit videos. So unless you're there, can't take anything serious that gets uploaded. Zero. Because we know they edit videos. Now, people like Pata Anu, who are, you know, those want to see unity amongst the Moors type of Moors. When are the Moors gonna, because these are the follower mentality people that are sitting there waiting for some leader guy to say, yeah, it's time for the Moors to unite. But like we said last night, we've been had unity. I saw that flag and that L and Bay is unity if you got it too. Extreme distraction events. Supremely extreme distraction events right now. Again, we don't have to do this. All the Moors that are on here in the chat or whatever, I can call them and we could do this without the YouTube or whatever, live and all that stuff. But we know this is a medium where we can reach the people. The Moors took their little conversations that they've been having, uploading that. So this is specifically for people who don't know about this. Moors who are in the chat or whatever, they know about this. They're good. Trust, they don't need this. It's not for them. Any more in the chat who knows Cujo? We had convos. This is not some chat of people that don't know each other. So we know that there's Moorish unity. And we know that there's people trying to undermine that unity. Because if man is spirit, not the flesh, then everything is energy, not what people do or say. What's the energy behind it? The energy behind what people are doing, saying they want to have a sit down with Tashri Bey.
but they had 45 minutes in front of them and they didn't talk about anything. You got a goddamn camera that you could put a battery in. You can go anywhere and sit down. You don't have to sit there with people talking and then say, use that as an excuse why you couldn't do whatever you're supposed to do right there. You couldn't, you change your shoulder. All you gotta do is raise your hand a little bit, put it around your shoulder, and lead him to somewhere that's more quiet. And he would have went. Not even like he wouldn't have went. And he could have did your 45-minute whatever. But nah. They want to shuck and jive. Talk about their Moors. There are no Moors. People are robbers. And ask me why he's going to sit down with them and all that BS, because I'm not nobody's keeper. They're going to do whatever they want to do. Everybody's grown men and women if they say that they're L and Bay. Everybody's going to do whatever they do. That has nothing to do with me. If it's not violating me, hey, do whatever you're doing. But when you're using Moorish birthrights to play games for, actually, before we do that, let me put this on the record. Let me put this on the record. Because people have been playing games, pretending like they're not playing games. I got this one sent to me. Put this one on the record. Cease and desist, copyright infringement. I'm Mathino Bay. I'm writing and putting you, Nu Naji L, on notice of this cease and desist document for copyright infringement. Nu Naji L, you are doing unauthorized business on YouTube.com under the username Nu Naji L by reproducing my videos while claiming to be or working for the original publisher under Fez Province Regency for monetary gain, which violates United States Code Section 501. On May 28, 2018, I had the company, YouTube, remove my videos that were republished on your YouTube account for copyright infringement. On June 3rd, 2018, I received an email from YouTube that you responded in your words below. I, Nu Naji L, have express permission from the original authors, presenters, and owners of all materials published. AA 222141, Library of Congress, all rights reserved and retained. Please contact fezprovince@gmail.com for further information. I swear under penalty of perjury that I have a good faith belief that material was removed due to a mistake of misidentification of the material to be removed or disabled. I consent to the jurisdiction of the Federal District Court for the district in which my address is located, or if my address is outside of the United States, the judicial district in which YouTube is located, and will accept service of process from the claimant. For the record, you are not given permission from myself, the only author, to publish or reproduce any of my material for monetary gain under your name or Fez Province Regency. If you find my statement to be false, it would be imperative that you provide proof that demonstrates otherwise. Below is the email. Below this email, you would find attachments of one of my videos you published and republished without my consent. 2, a copy of your response from YouTube on the 3rd, 2018, and 3, a demonstration of you republishing the same video on YouTube days after I published the original videos on YouTube under the user account House of Tunes HD. Nunaji L, you are given 9 business days from the date of this email to cease and desist all videos from your YouTube account and any other platforms via website, social media platforms, DVDs, etc. However, if any of my videos are still active from any of your platforms, I will take the necessary steps to sue for the profit you made from my material via YouTube and seek financial remedy for the time and financial loss it would take to have all my content removed from all your cyber and physical platforms. Now, we have, for example, pretty much a good selection of books from rvbaypublications.com. We have those on the wall at the temple. When people, whoever they are, Moors or whatever, they might go to rvbaypublications.com and they might see a book there. They say, oh, just go to the temple and get it. Then they get to the temple and the book's not there. We're not going to tell them, wait till we get the book. We'll tell them, go get it from rvbaypublications.com because that's the original. And then they end up going and then they end up getting 3 or 4 books. Just because that's how RV Publications does. Now we have verbal consent to sell the books off rvbaypublications.com in our Moorish Science Temple of America, providing that all the funds that are made go to the Moorish Science Temple of America. Who knows? Now, I don't know how much finance or whatever, but clearly profit has been made from someone else's material. And it always has to be Moors. No different than the Moors here went sideways and then we get was it website? Yeah, we get a website contact for them. They got a cease and desist with regard to using logos that belong to the temple. If you're not part of us, using our stuff. And cease and desist. We're still going to play around and use the logo. You know they got the cease and desist? And that, you know, to violate, but see, we're not able to really deal with it like that. For the simple fact that according to our prophet, you know, we're not supposed to take our brothers to these European tribunals. So because of that, we have our own tribunal and we expose these frauds. We want to say we want to give a shout out and a peace to Brother Mathino because we know he's real because he came to Toronto Not even for anything to do with us. He's a videographer and he came to film something here. What did he do? Knowing that he's going to be at Toronto. Knowing that he's going to be at Toronto. Knowing that he's a Bay. What did he do? Make sure you got contact with the Grand Sheik out here. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. If you're a Moor, you claim that you got Moroccan flag and fez and you got Bay and L and whatever, why wouldn't you check the Grand Sheik? So we know this Moor. This Moor came, check the Grand Sheik. Not only did he check the Grand Sheik, he also filmed 3 videos. 4 videos. For nothing. Just because he had his camera. Filmed 4 videos. So we know him. And because he dealt with us like that, we know that he can't be the one that's doing BS right now. Now remember, these are the same people who went on the record to sabotage Seton Rabe's Moorish costume ball. And why'd they violate somebody again? They already violated messing up the Moors ball. Telling people BS. It happened anyways. But people's been having an agenda against active Moors. Now you ask the question, why would he just want to mess up the ball? Oh, because him and brother Seton Rabe had a disagreement. And then again, you know what I mean? I know brother Seton Rabe personally. And if I go to Philly, I'm staying at his domicile. And again, it's not like I don't know Lou Najiel. I know him too. Why? Because I'm the GS. And right now it's 2 against 1. Because on Matheno's strength of him checking me here, I think his claim is solid. Because he doesn't play with his house of tunes. He doesn't play with that. That's his baby. House of Tunes is very serious to that more. So I can see why he would go these lengths. With a Moor who uploaded his stuff. There's nothing wrong with uploading the stuff. But if you're getting paid for uploading the stuff, that's not your stuff, something's wrong here. Because there's no way you could just take pay just because you uploaded it, but it's not your stuff. There's no way. Now, okay, so on a personal. The reason why is the follow. The reason why is the follow. Because, like, you know, the good brother that Seth and Rabe is, if you deal with him properly, you know what I mean, he'll open his doors to you. Open his doors to you. Open his fridge to you. Open his fridge to you that you can go in the fridge and get something to eat. Open like that. Open to the point where he'll give you the keys to the conveyance. That's how brotherly, sisterly brother Seth and Rabe is. So if somebody's that brotherly or sisterly, like, you know, brother was with me or whatever, right? Based on my upbringing, I know when I go to other people's house or whatever like that, make sure I do keep myself tidy. This is not my freaking tub or whatever. So when I go shower, I freaking wash down the stuff after. Get on the knees with the freaking scrubbing brush or whatever and wash down the people's tubs, not my tub. I use the washroom or whatever, not little sprinkle on the seat, clean the seat. Other stuff, the brush right there, brush out the stuff. Don't leave no stuff dangling on people's stuff. That's just how you're brought up. You know what I mean? So him and I have a certain relationship because of me having manners. So there's no guessing if I go to his house. I'm in there. I get his chair. I get to lean back in the good chair. But when you violate those type of things, those brotherly, sisterly vibes that people are just exuding just because they love being a Moor, so they want you to feel that love that they have for it. Stuff is messed up. Right? Because it shouldn't be that way with Moors. We got principles and all that. Like, what do you mean we're Moors, but certain simple stuff you're violating? Like simple stuff like, hey, I've been uploading your videos or whatever. Last two that I uploaded, those were hot. YouTube actually paid me out. 00.00 whatever. I'm gonna send this to you. Where do I send it or whatever? Simple stuff. Real simple. People violate. So because people violated, they're not allowed to come back to the house. That's why they're mad and they sabotage the dance. They don't talk to people anymore and all that. But then you still continue to violating, then obviously man had a right to tell you not to come back to the house. So Moors, you use your common sense. Don't put yourself in messed up situations. As Moors, and then not expect to get checked because you're not sure what Moor you violated. And there are some Moors that are really serious about their birthrights and they don't play. They really don't play with their birthright. They really don't play with people violating when they should know better because they have the same lessons that the Moor have. So how in God's green earth could you violate? If you got the lessons, then you know better. And again, same thing about people want to make a name or whatever. You know, edit their own videos, take somebody else's stuff. Right? I don't talk any BS or whatever because we don't get paid from other people's stuff that we take, no matter how much views it gets. So we can go up in the stuff and show you that our revenue is freaking $9 from this ever since we started YouTube. We got videos with thousands of hits or whatever. I don't need YouTube to pay me. Watch out for these violators out here. Watch out. Don't get violated. Right? Moors must behave if they want to have. Islam, brother Digit. If you want to have Moors, you must behave. If you don't behave, there's nothing for you. Because you have principles to live by. Oh, since people are talking about attacking U.S. legal system and all this BS, let's just go here for a sec. Islam to the Moors who study and they like to just send stuff to the GS so the GS could watch stuff with the Moors and talk about some things.
And rising Moors, grand rising. Grand rising Moors, grand rising. Watch this. This land that you stand on, that you think is America, this is actually Africa. The dear Mississippi that you love, that you know of, that's the Nile River. This is our land. So where is their green card? Where is their green card? Huh? Huh? They need weapons. We don't need no weapons. The Pope says stand up. The Pope says stand up. The Pope says stand up. Stand up. How can we do that? How have we been doing that?
Hold on. So the Pope said stand up. So you're going with what the Pope said? Now, of all the stuff that Noble Drew Ali said, not going to use any of that. You're going to use the Pope. You're going to use what the Pope said. Second thing, when I go to this this Moorish consulate. Hold on a second, let me just see something. Let me go to this Moorish consulate stuff. I want to make sure I'm really getting what's going on here. So we go to the stuff, so we just go to consuls. Now, if I'm not mistaken, is there Consular General Commission? Okay. But then over here it says Co-Consular General. Now, how could you be a co-consular general and a consular general at the same time if you already have a consular general, which is right here? But then when we go to this video right here, it's saying that you're a consular general. I thought you were a co-consular general because the consular general is not you. No, hold on a second. Consular General Amir Taj Tariq Bey. Consular General Shalimar Bey. Third thing, I heard somebody say that you said that your head's too big for a fez, that's why you never wore a fez ever. But this fez is covering your ears. So if this fez is covering your ears, clearly your head's not too big for a fez. So where's your fez been since you started up this consular stuff? How come there's no fez? And then all of a sudden you're a consular general, you got black fez? Yeah, we've never seen you with a red fez before. Now you have a black fez, but we never even seen you with a red fez.
Well, Moors have temples all over the land. We have various nations and tribes and families of Moors. We have businesses, etc. But what's been missing is a single loud voice like a choir.
A single loud voice like a choir, huh? Yeah. How about the single loud voice of Moorish Divine and National Movement of the World? How about single loud voice of Moorish Empire? Because I was checking out some past one voice shouting like a choir. And I found an interesting document called International Proclamation, Affidavit of Status, Aboriginal Indigenous Moorish Empire, 2011. So 2011, there's been an international proclamation, where international means international, so it's not just local to here. There's an international proclamation sent out in 2011 on behalf of the Moors, for Moors. Then why would there need to be some new people telling you Because the Pope said stand up. It's time for you to stand up now at this time and make your voice heard. Well, since 2011, there's a proclamation that was sent to United Nations, International Criminal Court, International Justice Court, Great Seal National Association of Moorish Affairs, United States Justice Department, United States Secretary of State, Moroccan American Association of North Carolina, Embassy of Morocco, Moroccan Consulate in New York, Organization of American States, Embassy of Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, Embassy of Cuba, People's Republic of China Embassy, Embassy of South Africa, Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Does that sound like international people to you? So if Moors took a position in 2011, right after Barack did his giving honors to UN declarations and we're going to enforce and all that stuff, Moors, without some consul or whatever, but as the Moorish Empire and the Moorish Divine and National Movement of the world, sent out a proclamation on behalf of the Moorish nation, the Aboriginal natural people of the land. Is that you? Oh, that's you? Well, you didn't know from 2011? Moors already put out a proclamation, put these people on the record already about who we are? Remember, it was from the Moorish nation. It wasn't from some club. It wasn't from some group. It wasn't from some association. It was from Moorish American nationals who are fed up of the BS that these people have been playing with the clubs. And they put out something on behalf of all Moors. So if you want to take a position and not be down with this, cool, don't be. But know that this European, like Brother Mario taught us, keeps good records. And know that if you're saying that you're down with some Moorish whatever that's not pre this proclamation, you're setting yourself up to fail. We're telling you, we got the inside scoop. Their stuff is falling apart because people on the inside of that are realizing that there's some BS. They're realizing that by them going out and studying for themselves. And then they're going and they're having conversations and conference calls with these other consuls. And they're realizing that these people aren't competent to be consuls. They just started studying yesterday. How did you just start studying yesterday? Now, we already know that it's Moorish nation, Moorish empire, Moroccan empire. Where are people going with empire of something? Isn't that corporate jurisdiction? Isn't the of stuff corporate jurisdiction? City of, province of, state of, that's corporation, right? What do you think empire of is? And they know that you're dumb. That's why they're telling you in your face. They're chasing behind them. Proclamation for the Moorish nation been out since 2011. Then you're chasing after people who telling you about some empire of Morocco, whatever. Playing yourself. Again, we go back to our question. Where were these people in 2011? When they didn't put out some Moorish Consulate, whatever then. Oh, interestingly enough, this proclamation is dated the 22nd day, 5th month, 1431. Dominus Nobilis El Bey, Taj Tariq Bey, the witnesses on the proclamation that was put out to put on the record as a declaration of national standing. The status of the Moorish Americans and who it is that we are. Since 2011, Johnny come latelys, now they know Asir the Duke of Tears. And they shoulder to shoulder with Taj Tariq Bey. So there's somebody, follow us, because I thought if you're a student of Taj Tariq Bey, he told you don't follow anybody. Am I wrong? Could somebody tell me I'm wrong? Could anybody tell me if I'm wrong? That Taj Tariq Bey taught Moors don't follow. Not only don't follow, but don't follow him especially. Empire of Morocco. Oh, not wrong. Not wrong. LOL. We are telling you, these people are siding with the masters because the masters are innocent and they're elders and they just want to see Moors get it together. They'll sit down with anybody. It makes sense to me. I don't know, other people, it doesn't to them. Makes sense to me. Okay, cool. But now, me now, as a person that's viewing, person that's watching, the person that's learning, I have to really check myself. Am I really on point? Yeah, I think so. Because I already know that ain't no empire of Morocco. Because we already know whatever of is corporation. We know that. And it don't matter. It's either going to be this face or Taharka's face. So you lose 2 times today. 2 times today you lose. Sorry.
This is an affidavit declaring that we Moors are one people. The Moors, the people of this land, whether you're Cherokee, Iroquois, Choctaw, Yamasee, Lenape, the Wiyudi, we Hebrews, the people who crossed the river, the copper-colored people of the West. I'm looking to gather 1,000 Moorish autographs Autographs from the sundry free Moors. Doesn't really matter which family you come from as long as you're a Moor. What are you signing?
So what, 1,000 signatures, 1,000 autographs. 1,000 autographs? Put Moors on the record? These Moors in 2011 had 2 autographs on here. No, you need 10,000 autographs for. Moors who are active, Moors who are standing up for their nationality and birthrights, when the last president, Barack Obama, put it on the record about this is the first time ever the United States is supporting, endorsing UN declarations of indigenous rights. Your little sister, Canada, followed up, did the same thing. Prime Minister Stephen Harper went on the record, yeah, truth and reconciliation, whatever, acknowledge, enforce, and never before in history has it ever been done. Then these Moors put out the proclamation internationally on behalf of all Moors. Now these people, Johnny come lately, just came yesterday, people, are telling you right now, this is the fraud that's going on. Yeah, this is their page, right? 2018. 2018. Like that. Trust declaration, notice proclamations, change and corrections. It's their stuff, right? Now, I've been declared and proclaimed through Great Seal National Association of Moorish Affairs. Not only that, but we empower our people that are part of our temple to do the same. Use the same jurisdiction. You don't have to change any papers, and you don't have to add in your 2 cents or whatever. Everything's done for you. All you need is put your stuff on it and keep it moving. Now, we've been repping that way before 2018. But it's real interesting that these people's, this is consular court stuff. Consular court stuff looks really familiar to stuff we've been using pre-2018. Gotta ask the question again. Just like with Luna Jail, why not just contact the people who are the original? Let them know what you're trying to do and do the stuff under them since they've been doing it before you. Nah, you want to do that. You're gonna hijack everything. Exactly the same. Right. So here's our Great Seal one. There's theirs. The Great Seal. Now think about this very carefully. If this is their legal notice, name, declaration, correction, proclamation, and publication, why is it from the Moorish Divine and National Movement of the World and not the Moorish Consular Court? Think and save yourself. A wise man once said, think and save yourself. Just ask yourself that question. If they are claiming to be Moorish Consular Court, that's what they rep. Why is their paperwork under Moorish Divine and National Movement of the World? Which, you know, when you go down here, you see they got Great Seal on their stuff. So if you have Great Seal on your thing, then if you have Great Seal on your proclamation of who you are, and you're a consular court, whoever, why not just rep Great Seal? Why not just rep Moorish Divine and National Movement? You can't make this up. I can't fabricate this. But again, they even stole Brother Abdullah Bey's fame and nobility, got him to witness their stuff. He's not Moorish Consular Court or whatever. Why is he a witness? Shouldn't all your witnesses be your consuls? If you got all these consuls, you remember, you only need 2 witnesses. Sorry about that, Morris. You only need 2 witnesses. If you only need 2 witnesses and they're full of consuls. They're full. I don't see Abdullah Bey up there. Matter of fact, why wouldn't your consular generals be your witnesses? Why wouldn't the consular generals be your witnesses? Well, bro, this is public record or whatever. This is their website. So they're going to use Great Seal, not Moorish Consulate Seal. They're going to say Moorish Divine National Movement, not Moorish Consulate. But they want you to be some witness for some Moorish Consulate, whatever. Oh, yeah. At Islam, the mother, Delilah L. Because before these guys were doing consulate court, she was doing Moorish consulate. And nobody backed her. But all of a sudden, a different Moorish consulate, whatever, steps up, that everybody's jumping on it, not realizing that it's a duplicate and there was an original of that. That didn't work. Not because of Moors, but because it doesn't work. Why do you have a consulate in your own land? It's not going to work. You could have a Moorish divine and national movement, though, of the world in your own land. You could have a Great Seal National Association of Moorish Affairs in your own land, though. People like the hound chasing the rabbit, and they don't know that the rabbit is a robot. The rabbit is an illusion. The rabbit is so that you can be the dog chasing and they take your energy, putting bets on you. And then you realize that you put all your time and energy into these opportunist activities. And opportunist doesn't mean that they're only about finance or going in your pockets. Opportunists mean that people also want to be somebody. People also want to sit back, put their foot up, and they don't want to go get a goddamn job or nothing like that. People don't want to do for self. There's Moors right now who are putting down their nationality card and they're getting quote unquote jobs. And they're not only getting the job, but more than likely, owner or whatever knows what's up. And those are Moors who, the free national name, from that point on, and are going back to the slave name. There's Moors out there like that. That is that real. There's Moors out there that they go to their job, they told them, hey, I'm Moor, I just want you in my paperwork. I'm Moor. No problem. Put the L on the straw name. People want to do no work, but just kick back and reap the benefits of being Moors. Reap the benefits of a black fez. Reap the benefits of a nationality card. You're not doing anything for the nation, sitting back, chilling. Reaping all the rewards of other people's energy. And again, we don't watch face. We watch what are you doing? What are you doing? That you're using the same proclamation? You're using the same proclamation. It's too crazy. You're using the same proclamation. as Moors before you, but you have that on your site like that's yours. And you're not even given honors. Like you're not even given honors. Like you're not even given honors to the point where you didn't even take off the INNC00 and all that. You even take that off. Are you guys dumb? Islam to Brother Bakari Bey too. But he's been waiting for this. Don't be dumb. It's not legit. They're jacking other people's stuff, posing it as theirs, and then using certain people to pull you in to their BS that they're doing, telling you about some empire of Moroccan whatever. Moroccan Empire, check the records anywhere. Moorish Empire, Moorish nation. Like when they talk about the diabolical nature of the beast, they're talking about dirty Moors. Forget some Europeans came out of cave or whatever. That's not no beast compared to dirty Moors. That's why I tell these Moors, these people aren't my brother and sister. Are you crazy? Like I said, I know, speaking for me, myself, any more that I know on the personal, if I go check them, I get king's treatment. Not I'm begging for that or I want that or whatever. That's just what it is. Moors give me their bed. They're not gonna freaking waste 200, put me in some hotel or whatever, like some of these other people. Yo, check my spot. I got futon or whatever. Matter of fact, kick my son out of his room or whatever like that. Take his stuff for the weekend. And son's like, yeah, you know, Xbox right there, and the PS2's right there, and the whatever's right there, and you put in the thing, and whatever like that. You know, if you need anything, just call me. Doesn't have to be put out like that, but that's what it is. We're not out here for props or whatever. Let's give people their birthright. You know how many people that I talked to on the phone that told me I'm the only grand sheik they ever talked to on the phone? That they've been called grand sheiks, can't get none of them on the phone? None? Zero? Only one is freaking Canaanland Moors grand sheik? That's it? No way. And we're not talking about the Moors who are purposely evading contact with people because they already know that people are vampires and they don't want to talk to people. I'm talking about those ones. Exclude those Moors who evade phone calls and emails and whatever because they have a right to do that. We're talking about the people who are the public figures that the Negro black color people are supposed to be able to contact with to find out what this is about or whatever, just like if they want to find out about Catholic stuff any day, they go to church, doors open, man's in there, they build, whatever, convert. You know how many people told me that they personally met with grand sheiks? That grand sheiks personally told them, you don't listen to anybody who's telling you about RVB publications or whatever. Anybody who says Arabic Bay publications to you, they're dirty Moors. Don't listen to them. They're not part of the temple, and they don't really teach what Noble Drew Ali taught. But they'll be shoulder to shoulder with Taj, though, to get some views after they talk BS. They're going to have Abdullah El Talib Mozi Bey autograph on their stuff, but find me a video of them using his book as a reference, or them pumping him. Because, I mean, you know, man's going to get the autograph. You know who Abdullah El Talib Mozi Bey is? You don't know who that is. You don't know who that is. That's why you're not blown away that they're using him. This is just what I'm saying. I never talked to him about this or whatever like that. This is just what I'm saying. This is what I'm observing as a Moor who's been around here or whatever like that. Something's funny right here. Because I never heard them pump Brother Abdullah's books, ever. But he's witness on their stuff. Shouldn't they be pushing him? Like, if you go on their stuff, right? Since he's there, shouldn't there be something on here that's directly in honor? Should there be something? Anything? A little shout out? But nah. Nah. They're not going there. They're not going there. Jacked everything. They didn't even change anything. They just jacked everything. Like they even jacked the freaking INNCT whatever. Yo, they didn't even white out the freaking IN whatever. I don't even know what the hell that is. But they're jacking stuff. They're jacking stuff though. Claiming to be some type of authority of something. You're gonna give these people your autograph? These people? Just because they got Taj up there? You're gonna give them your autograph. You're a jackass. You didn't hear anything that was taught. Nothing. You heard nothing. You might as well take your fez off and go back to the state where Noble Drew Ali found your dumb ass. You have a goddamn CNN reporter guy as your consular general? That's not weird to you? CNN reporter guy, consular general of the Moorish nation. CNN reporter guy is going to represent all Moors. Innocent people getting dragged into this BS, wasting their time. That they could have been putting toward what they were doing before doing this BS. The problem with the Moorish nation is people don't want to rep the nation. Like, you have a flag right there. That means you're a nation. What are you talking about? You're creating something for me to join. You're going to rep me. The hell are you talking about? Flag reps it. Fez reps it. There are these Moors that do whatever. There's people jumping out their car, whatever like that, doing the suicide roll and all that to freaking just say hi to the Moor. Sorry, I gotta go. Gotta catch my car. And we're a nation. Noble Drew Ali said that, right? Am I wrong? Or like, if Noble Drew Ali said we are a nation, do we need something else to come and be something for us? Or am I expecting too much? Like, if you are a nation, and it means just let's just get the work done then, right? What's we're talking about? What's talking for? Oh, talking is supposed to be to get the other people who don't know about this to get down with this. That's all talking's for. Talking not for debating with Moors about BS. So when we deal with the Moors with the BS, it's a learning opportunity for people who don't know. Or other people who might kind of been on the side of the dummies, like, hey, hold on a second, yeah. Why wouldn't they just use the proclamations of the people that they jacked it from? Start something, yeah, a new seal and a new this and a new logo and a new whatever, and then now you're the Moorish whatever for everybody. And I'm supposed to rep you just because you're in a picture with Asir, the Duke of Tears, and I love his books. I love the way that he breaks it down. So yeah, oh yeah, he was in a picture with him, so I'm just gonna go and be part of their stuff because he was in the picture with them, and then because they're boys, because they were in the picture together. Oh yeah, they eat at each other's table together. Every weekend they're going fishing because they were in a picture together. Wow. You think I'm that stupid? You think all these Moors out here are that stupid? We're that dumb. And because you're in a picture, we're gonna rep you. Because you said you're the new whatever of something. You've been around, You know how much people said they're the new whatever of something that's not around right now? Did exactly what you did, put out the same type of papers and all that stuff. Where they are right now? I thought they were for the nation. Where'd they go? People who were around before these fakers were around. Because like I said, at least we have at least 10 years to see what was going on with this. And in the 10 years, we stuck to the program, how it was given to us. This is not our stuff. Don't be some type of hothead, you think you know something or whatever like that. Because ultimately it belongs to the people. So you can't use this to take advantage of them. You have to study your lessons that Noble Drew Ali laid down for you. Because that's the foundation. And after that, everything's going to fill in the gaps. But you have to want to be the one to move in that direction and not be swayed into and then they named all the people who at that time were maybe 3 that were the opportunists, that were they're definitely going to come at you about some package, whatever. They're definitely come at you about give them your signature, give them your license, or give them your whatever. They're definitely going to come with filling out some UCC, whatever. They're definitely going to tell you about more science and it's a corporation and religious, and you're going to interact with these different facets. But don't stray from the foundation, because it keeps you on the narrow path. That once you're on the narrow path, only those who are on the narrow path will be on it. If it's not on the narrow path, then it's there for confusion. And stick to the narrow path. And like we told you, Moors had fleets of cars with R tags on them. That's how they were moving as Moors. That's how they were moving. And we just use that as an example. That's not what we, even when we started exercising, we're trying to emulate. That's light years from where we were at back then. But it was a reference point of how serious this is. I mean, this is in Mecca, so-called Chicago. Moors with fleets of cars with their own tags, no getting stopped, nothing. And those Moors were allodial nationality card holders. And their foundation was RV Bay Publications and Moore's Order of the Round Table. Everything and anything CM Bay. So many people are Johnny-come-latelys to me. Because we've seen it all. There's no type of tactic that they could try that we haven't seen. We've seen it all. We know how they move. And it's not something secret. That's why we put it out there. So you know how they move too. So you can avoid the BS and stay on the narrow path. Because don't forget, once you're on the narrow path, you're moving on vibration. So you're walking through people. There's nobody in the way like that. Because the narrow path is crowded because all the Moors are on the narrow path. Moors are going through portals and wormholes. When they're walking on the narrow path. Moors aren't walking one step in the front of the foot and all that stuff. So the Moors who study, they're good. They don't need this. So the people who don't know, who are getting caught up in BS, because you don't know. And we're letting you know what you should know. Go to rvbapublications.com. Like saying that is in the brain. It's like making sure you shower, brush your teeth or whatever. You tell people rvbapublications.com. There ain't nowhere else to get it. How you're supposed to get it. So that you can exercise your nationality and birthrights. Because the boat has left the dock. But you know you have the little trail or whatever behind the boat. The power of this engine. That trail is still there. You can still follow. You'll eventually catch up. And I'm still baffled that they didn't even take off the little INNCT, whatever. They didn't take that off. Why didn't they take that off? Moore's been doing their best. Moore's been doing their best to get this word out. People are mad. Many degrees in the prophet's literature. Facts. And then when you put CM-based stuff on top of that, and then you put all the other Moorish master teachers' information on top of that, like some of these Moors that we know, you'll be monster. When it really sinks in, you will be monster with this. And that's where you Moors eventually want to be. Don't be joining up to stuff. You have a nation. The only reason you're joining up to something is because these Moors are active and they're doing things that are for the upliftment of fallen humanity. So you can put your energy with that. But anything else that people are telling you join up for, don't even waste your time. Like I said, just as Moors, you know what I mean? Our temple. Islam to Brother Omar Bey. Moors adamant that Moors need to be on the hedges and the highways. So I'll do whatever possible to set up something so that the Moors could be in different places. And everywhere we go, plant a flag and reclaim everything. No metaphysical. Right? That Moors just want to see the Moors be happy. Let's just be happy, Moors. Best way to be happy is if we take care of each other. Let's make it a standard that we take care of each other. Let's make sure that we're giving honors to the things that really matter. like all the gates. Let's give honors to astrology, and let's give honors to nature. Let's be outside more. Islam to brother Yasun El, who we're going to be implementing his program that he wanted to do next year of moving the classes outdoors to parks throughout our jurisdiction. That every class day is going to be outside at the park. So that's what's up and coming. You know. Islam to the mothers who held strong and remain assisting the Moorish movement. All the craziness that the sons are involved in and doing or whatever, that you're still laying down the law and keeping the sons in check. Keeping the sons in check, especially the ones who are really on this nationality and birthrights. So we definitely want to send a big Islam to all the mothers. And we give thanks to you for giving us life to be here, to be able to spread this message to our people. Allowed us to use your Stargate to be here again as the founders of civilization. Oh yeah, Morris, don't forget, 50 people didn't hit the thumbs up. I know, stop playing. I know you're supposed to hit the stuff. Just hit the stuff, that's all. No, nothing. It's on to the Morris that hit the stuff. Oh yeah, so goddamn consular people got me crazy, forgot about the thing today. I just looked down and saw the title and was like, oops.
What happens is we become parables. You know, we get into this mentality of confessing no quality and think that's enough. You know, and then seeing how strong we can confess no quality, no quality. You know, but the actual, like the actual work, the proper commandments, that even that are Christ was the most powerful weapon in the hand of our group. And what I have found over years when I've traveled this country is that many people that say that never made the effort to support us. You know, so when I critique that with honor and with honesty. Because one of the reasons why a lot of these things have not been fulfilled is because it's been passed down to the youth as a mere belief system and not as a national principle of operation. You know, this is divine and national movement. But do you know the publishing the document? No, it's like just like you got documents. Let's publish. But the divine and national movement was always found within the body of the Moorish civil practice. They were never separate.
Right? Now that's the front right there. Because he's making you think that Moorish Divine and National Movement came out of Moorish Science Temple of America, when that's a fraud. Moorish Divine and National Movement was set up before Moorish Science Temple of America. So that has supreme jurisdiction. not the Moorish Science Temple of America. That doesn't have supreme jurisdiction. Moorish Divine and National Movement has a seal, not just Moorish Science Temple of America. So if Moorish Divine and National Movement has a seal as well, and their stuff says on it that it was founded in 1916, then what Moorish Science Temple of America Inc. seal you talking about is some authority? Because that's the only seal that you would ever see for Moorish Science Temple, the Inc. seal. That's why when you check the records, you see that we don't use Moorish Science Temple of America seal. We use Moorish Divine and National Movement of the World seal. Because we're not some mere religious corporation BS. The incorporated religious corporation. That's all you are, that's it. You're the founders of civilization and you're just religious corporation, that's it. And everybody's part of that. Or they're not Moors. FOH. Moorish Science Temple of America came out of Moorish Holy Temple of Science. So how could that have some supreme jurisdiction if it came out of something else before it that wasn't dissolved? And then you hear nothing about that. All you hear about is Moorish Science Temple until Islam to another Moor in Canaanland, Brother Talassi Bey, found the Quran on eBay that said Moorish Holy Temple of Science on it. For the people who said that, oh, there's no such thing as that, and that didn't have any jurisdiction. If that didn't have jurisdiction, why was that on a Quran? Why did it have its own Quran? Why did Moorish Holy Temple of Science have its own Quran if it wasn't a supreme jurisdiction? Oh, you didn't? Oh, you only seen the Moorish Science Temple of America Quran only. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. And they want to talk about they got truckloads of documents to show you that they got some authority. Ain't no Inc. Moorish Science Temple have any authority in the Moorish movement. That's a fraud. Ain't no Inc. Moorish Divine and National Movement has a seal. What's to be debated about who has supreme authority? Again, going back to this thing about these people playing club with you, come join their stuff. Then you're joining things and they're setting you up to be U.S. citizens and all that.
During the time of the prophet.
The problem that we have, exactly.
They were never separate.
What do you find now? What do you find now? Just like what you're saying, you find that they're treating it as if it is.
What I'm saying is people run around and say, I'm a part of the Moorish National Divine Movement, but during the time of the prophet, the Moorish Divine National Movement and the temple was one and the same. Idealistically, they could have been different in concept, but they were all found. I said it could have been, but they were all found in the building known as the Moorish Science Temple.
Yeah.
And again, going back to that thing, trying to get you make you connected to the club. We are Moorish Science Temple of America. We are Moorish Science Temple of America. But we use Moorish Divine and National Movement seal. We don't use Moorish Science Temple of America seal because the Moorish Science Temple of America seal has the ink on it. INC dot. That's not Noble Drew Ali. You want to talk about tampering documents? Where's the original seal without the ink on it? That's the Moorish Science Temple of America seal. If they're saying that they're Moorish Science Temple of America, then that's the seal that should be on their stuff. As soon as you see the ink, I already know, which that's the only seal you're going to see, because there's no Moorish Science Temple seal without the ink. And what they do is they only use the Moorish Divine and National Movement seal on the charter to give the authority for the Moorish Science Temple of America ink. But they're not going to stand up on the Moorish Divine and National Movement seal. They're going to stand up under the eagle. They're not going to stand up under the Great Seal. They're going to stand up under the Moorish Science Temple of America. And then have the Stars and Stripes flag first, and then the Moroccan flag. And tell you that's what Noble Drew Ali brought. Frauds and liars. All frauds and liars. That's why every man has to become unto himself a priest. You do your own exorcism. You don't need somebody doing an exorcism on you, and when they're really putting spirits on you. You think that you're Moors and you're still suffering nigger problems, and you don't know it's these people's spirits that's on you? These low lives that you're giving your energy to them?
Now, the deal over this is that without me or you even discussing this, if the average person can't come off the street and see that, we can't argue. Right. In other words, this is my whole point. We can argue those issues. I never saw them as separate. What I have saw and what I had come to the consideration. I'm glad you say that, bro. Is that people on the internet think it's separate? It's never been separate. What you have is maladministration in different areas that give people the wrong concept.
Right, and the maladministration in certain areas that give people the wrong concept is that Moorish Divine and National Movement and Moorish Science Temple of America is not separate. But when we get our sign and we do our whatever, we're saying Moorish Science Temple of America, never Moorish Divine National Movement as the umbrella. They're saying Moorish Science Temple is the umbrella, and National Movement is in that. The nation is inside of a building? No. Which one sounds like it has supreme jurisdiction? Moorish Divine and National Movement of the World or Moorish Science Temple of America? Which one? They're not separate. They are one. But they are one because one came out of another. Moorish Science Temple of America is not the all and be all of the Moorish movement. Never has been. Only to the people who are pushing the ink. Because there was a sellout. And the only way for it to be addressed is to talk about it. Don't get mad that you're on the sellout side. Just Get on the right side now. Like we said in the ending of yesterday. If you're really shoulder to shoulder right now, then let's see what's really going to go on. Because you had 45 minutes and you did nothing with it after talking crazy for months.
And so what they usually do, they either put their supports or their complaints on the people who they see first. Meaning, like, if they can travel the country, or if they talk to people outside this country, they see the faces mainly of the brothers and sisters who taking us to the edges of the highway. So they look to them to be the solution, and that's not true. The solution is the people themselves. You know, however, they may mold their opinions around those persons. That is not right, and it's not correct.
Oh, let's just pull that up. Remember, use your drowning out the background technique for when you're listening to Taj Street Bay, because interestingly, a lot of the important things that he says is drowned out by stuff.
Wrong concept. And so what they usually do, they either put their supports or their complaints on the people who they see first. Meaning, like, if they can travel the country, or if they talk to people outside this country, they see the faces mainly of the brothers and sisters who taking us to the edges of the highway.
So, for example, Brother Obashango L. Years ago was brought here to do a lecture. He was brought here to do a lecture, metaphysical, occult, voodoo lecture. And we contacted him because he had, at that time, 2005, 2006, he already had been to the hedges and the highways. And we heard about him through other Moors. This is before Moors nationalizing. This is just some metaphysical brothers that were into occult and all that. That Moor's still out here, repping that we thought back then was some metaphysical whatever. No, it's next level. Because he went to the hedges and the highways with this. He wasn't cooped up somewhere. That Moor been to Toronto. And this was before Canaanland. Took it to the hedges and the highways. Did it for the people so they can have something tangible.
So they look to them to be the solution, and that's not true. The solution is the people themselves. You know, however, they may mold their opinions around those persons. That is not right, and it's not correct. They're supposed to be part and parcel of this said operation.
right? So it's not right for you to watch a video, and some more said something about they do right to travel. And then you molding how you're going to exercise right travel based on what they did. And then when you do that and it goes messed up, you're going to them to say they need to help you get out of whatever. Can't do that. Because that Moor's experience is their personal experience that they went through from exercising their birthright. You don't know what dues that they paid to be where they were at for that to actually manifest for them. What were they doing? What did they go through to be able to say, yeah, I'm a Moor, and have nobody refute anything? No matter what they do, everything is golden. What did they go through? Are you willing to go through what they went through? To kiss the pot of gold? Are you willing to go through the 36 chambers? Yeah, he could do the exercising of birthrights on some serious levels, but he also has all those scars and bruises to show the dues that got paid to be where he or she's at.
Let me ask you a question. I'm building a Moorish community right now as we speak in Baltimore. Literally, as we speak, I'm talking about businesses, the whole nine. My wife, she right in there. You know what I mean? On the school end, that's her job. She's in there right now, right? With my son, right now. So you my son, you know what I mean? Yeah, like real Moorish American. This ain't no internet stuff. Now, if I say, brother, you know, some of the elements of what you actually teach can actually be implemented, but I feel as though it cannot be implemented as from individualistic basis. It has to be implemented from nation basis.
I've never taken it.
No. I'm saying there's a lot of people on the internet that believe that will right to travel, for example. They'll take the right to travel and say that, well, I'm going to right to travel. I say that I don't see nothing wrong with right to travel. I see something wrong with an individual.
Hold up. Hold up. He doesn't see anything wrong with right to travel? He said that out his own mouth? So now all of a sudden, when you're in front of the master teacher, all of a sudden, you don't have a problem with right to travel. I see. I see. I see. That's really how you're playing. That's really how these Moors are playing. Peace and love to all Moors. Peace and love to all Moors. Anywhere you're at. Islam to you. Don't forget, MHHS, eyes wide open, 9:30 Eastern Time, 425 569-5201 or 347-945-5899. 425-569-5201, 347-945-5899, or blogtalkradio.com/MHHS-eyes-wide-open. Also, don't forget khalifamedia.com for all of the Cujo L books, whichever ones you need. And willofallah.com. Wisdom of the Womb compilation album. Moorish Master MC. Iron Sheik 7, The Alchemist. Peace and love to all. Islam to all the Moors worldwide that are studying. Keep up the good work, Moors. And all the Moors who are just getting introduced, make sure you study. Because there's a lot of thieves out here. Be careful. Kavit Mtor.
And conscious means that you're conscious of what's going on in this world. You're fully aware and awake to what's going on in the world. That's what conscious rap means. So if you got conscious rap, that means you got unconscious rap. That means we got motherfuckers that's unconscious rapping. That means they sleeping. They still under the spell of Leviathan. They still under the spell of King.
Call me brother man, I'm not the rubber man. Though I keep my Nazis in affairs, rap with some rubber bands. Running out the Ku Klux Klan and with the Grand Dairy Queen misters. Just butts of guns I'm giving, trying to make more sovereign citizens. These minions help kill your prophets, stole your treasury millions. You heard it from your brother man, now the smothers sell out. Sex links in K2 Kush days, keep me red out. I got the knowledge to make these silly hoes question the pimping directors of music videos. Gaylords and persons with strap-on boots with heels. Too much graphic art faces, boobs are not real. Since MCM and Troop, they use Timberland boots to get us all caught up in fashion, not the simple men roots. Got our people on dogmatic, not metaphysic. Exoteric, not esoteric is how you missed it. So out of it, you couldn't feel the natural mystic blowing through the air like it didn't give a shit. I hear the dirty Moors dissing, cause I said profanities. A lot of these grand sheets need to take off the panties. Pull the thong out your crack vest, wear him sash ass nigga. Return to where the prophet found you, Negro, what's that nigga?
It's time to choose a side. You either positive or you negative. You either evil or you good. You understand what I'm saying? Choose a side, nigga. I know what side I'm on.
I throw a Molotov at the priest that works for the beast. All they want is our people to rest in peace. No attention of allowing more stress to ease. Cracker won't go home to spread himself the disease. Genocidal epidemic kill us in high proportions. Instead of mummified, we stay boxed in coffins. Mayors attend funerals for PR purposes. Where's the police escort? He replied with nervousness. He said, I don't have those numbers or connections to have Metro Police lead your friend's funeral procession. That's coming from Mr. Mayor, black community player. No question in the hoods dropping off boxes of weapons. Then blame black on black crime or natural causes. Plus those doctors are not on point but off a bit. Natural mystics prove they're not holistic. Hypocrite oaths make your children autistic.
I'm at the point now where I'm saying I'm tired of mixing the medicine with the food. I'm tired of playing that game. Now I'm shoving straight medicine down your fucking throat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight doses of medicine and didn't shove down your throat. I don't give a fuck if it turns you off or not. But if it do turn you off, you stupid, ignorant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Don't judge like a cover of your favorite book. Visit you in your dream hand with the hook. Paralysis overtook. So shook, stop, look, listen with precision. MC on a mission, vision, Past senses and endless. Cipher with active Moors, beat you with facts senseless. Have your mind defenseless when the truth enters. I flow. Reminds me of Omar Bay, Algonquin embers. Tap your pioneer out what some man remembers. All the lies told to your mind dismembered. Circle broken into quadrants, either 7 in the center. Compass G between the square. Baphomet of Templars. Warlock, call on my witch mothers to maim them. The same wise spirits burned at stakes in Salem. Torture with vagina pair, survive, bobbing for apples. Contort thumb slide, wrist out, tight shackles.
I always got something deep to say, every time around. I always got something deep to say, every time around. I always got something deep to say, every time around. I always got something deep to say, every time around.
You sat down and you attacked the master teacher because you thought you heard something that you didn't hear. That's the first violation. You don't come in. First of all, you come in and you act like you come in peace, but you don't. You got an agenda.
Moors are men upright, independent and fearless. Dogmatized, dirty Moors, tongues cut out, left earless. Cause they never listen. Dirty Moors, keep up your slander. Wu-Tang torture in your ass, hot hangers. Kidnappers, dirty Moor, torture him like Saw. 3D, 0.5 or 1 through 4. Or get it like 5 or 6 with the fez on jigsaw. Leather face in a turban, rip dirty Moors lips off. Disrespecting the mother Raz Mariah Bay. Wrap him up like double crochet, the barbed wire way. Throw him off a bridge or feed him to the piranhas. Yellow journalists more spread nothing but propaganda. Idi Amin Bay, treat the temple like Uganda. Dirty Moors like foreigners, crush the dust like ganja. Not worthy of being Moors, we call them dirty Nehesus. Solomon Seal spell command 72 demons to get you.
This is what the temple guys actually said. That Canaanland is not a part of North America. Canaanland is bigger. Yo, it's ignorant, man. I mean, come on, you're talking about the same landmass. Canaanland is actually bigger than the landmass they know as the corporate United States. Almost twice as big. And if they had any sense, they can just go to Google and they can type in North America and find out North America goes all the way up to Greenland. But they're ignorant. They don't want to do that. They just dealing off emotion.
You might hear horse voices, see frog faces, and who's the feet. Demons who run with spitfire with gold wolf teeth. Keep playing, forget back teeth. New Moors are an issue, get Ginsu. Maybe a dream visit from Vishnu, a nightmare to never end and always continue. Cold as an igloo, dealing with my trust issues through vigilance. Active Moors are militants, SPLC dirty Moors call that sovereign citizen. Lying for views, they notice all the empty pews. Benz need gas and fixing, but not enough dues. Pigpen Bays sell you out for peanuts, claiming that we nuts for teaching birthright street level, keeping it beat nuts.
To any members of the MSPA that's out there listening to what I'm saying, please get it through your head. I don't have a problem with the MSTA. I got issues with the
Kendrick Lamar, stay surrounded by feathers. Dirty's guilty of fraud and duly scrutinize their ledgers. Getting proclamations from Morocco, disrespect us. Corporate city only recognize people's court jesters. Hand in their back, Moorish puppets and minions. Never get the human rights recognition like Moors near Virginia. Commonwealth, for active Moors, knowledge the Commonwealth. Dirty's claim more, but really on the straw man help. Authenticating a birth certificate, that's not significant. Civil little more two status syndicates. In more face, watch them two more status Indians claiming Turtle Island are lying, so intricate.
long days and long nights. But this message needed to be heard.